going to recap a few trades today. I'm not going to just stick with the SPY, but I'm going to try to keep all of them under a minute. So with the SPY, you don't necessarily need to guess which or what direction the market is going to head towards in order to make money, right? So if you've been listening to me for the past, I would say even this week, I've identified, in my opinion, right, the market or the SPY has been trading between 2 points. We've been in this channel, again, I'd argue, since October of 2017, so a little over a year, and the points are 260 representative of support and 280 representative of resistance. So if you're looking to make money trading the SPY, you don't necessarily need, again, to guess which direction the market is going. Simply buy support, meaning when the stock gets to around 260, go long, and sell resistance, meaning when the stock gets around 280, you can either let go or you can short. Full disclosure, we are short the market. And if you did that, it would have worked for you for quite some time, right? And dating back to 2017, granted the trend didn't form at that point, but let's start here. If you bought this, you could have, it would have rallied for a bit. January, if you let go of your position or shorted it, you'd have made monies on the decline. Again, if you bought that 260 low in February, you would have been able to catch the bounce. Once again, if you sold the rally in March, you would have made money on the downside. If you had bought the support bottom in April, you would have made money. Again, if you shorted in July, depending on your risk reward profile, you might have still been in the trade, or you may have gotten burned a little bit because we have this spring here. But if you had held on, right, giving it some time, you would have been able to make money on the decline in October. If you bought the October low, you would have made money with this most recent rally in November. And if you had shorted the rally in November, you would have been in profit. So I think I just highlighted several scenarios if you just bought support and sold resistance where you would have made money. Again, the only anomaly would have been back here in August where we have that spring. So if you shorted around 280 in August, right, you would have been burned a little bit, again, depending on your risk reward profile. Maybe you would not have been stopped out. Maybe you would have, I'm not so sure. At any rate, so yeah, don't worry with guessing the direction. Turn off the TV and just play price points, support and resistance. I'm telling you now, 260, 280. Again, full disclosure, we are short the market. What else do we have? All right, Nvidia, ticker NVDA. We're off something like 14% in after hours. I think the last quote is at 168 point something. So that's more or less roughly around here where this red line is. And we haven't really, we haven't traded at those levels since around July to September of 2017, around here. So being in step with what I just indicated with the SPY, not necessarily trying to guess directions, but just playing price points, you could potentially go long here, right? Because we're sort of kind of sitting around that support, once resistance, at some point support area of 168. Or in this market, I wouldn't do that. I just wait until this gap gets filled. It may or may not, but to put things in my favor from a risk reward perspective, I'd wait for the stock to crash to that gap point of around 105, and then I would take my chances going long. If the stock is off something like 14% in after hours, I think there's further downside leading into tomorrow, so I wouldn't take the chance to long there. Again, I'd wait for the gap to be filled. What else do we have? All right, ticker FEYE, FireEye, disclosure. Premium member community pick, definitely in my opinion a successful trade. Stock is sitting here at 1880. Most recently went as high as around 2061. Broke out, or made attempts, well, not made attempts, it did break out of this 2-year channel, broke through resistance, went as high as 2061 in November, pulled back, closed at 1880. I think the stock is acting extremely bullish. I'm expecting this gap here to be filled, which is around 26 to 28. Once this bull market resumes, put FireEye on your watch list, guaranteed to double by sometime next year. What else do we have? All right, I'm going to cap it at Walmart, ticker WMT. So you see I have here 110, which is the most recent January high, right? Somewhere around there, roughly speaking. I think it was like 109 something. Despite us having this sell-off and this pullback, again, despite the stock closing at 99.54, this is another trade that we took within our premium member community. Successful trade. Again, despite this pullback here, still bullish on Walmart. That 110 print that you see right here, I think we're going to reach that relatively, I want to say, in the shorter term. So also put Walmart on your watch list. I like the stock. It can move slow at times, but I think sitting here at 99.54, there's still potential 10 points of upside, potentially more. I like the stock. Full disclosure, I already did that. We're along in the community. So that's kind of it. Capping it here. ShortMeTina from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any part of this video, you should know the drill. 2 things for me. 1, head on over to my YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Then head on over to ShortMeTina.com and become a member. All right? Thanks, guys.